Alright, I'm gonna try to keep this video short because I'm addicted to coffee and I haven't had any yet. It's 3 o'clock in the after fucking noon. The lower half. Y'all might think that's talking about the lower classes. The bottom half is, well, poor. Half of Americans live in a state of poverty now. Half. It's a lot. There's a lot of people who made excuses why it's okay to do these things to the homeless. And now that they're experiencing it, they don't fucking like it, do they? It's not okay now that it's happening to them, is it? I said I wish these things would happen to the whole world, and I guess I'm getting my wish. You guys are getting to experience it, all of you. Now your friends are getting sick and dying. Now your loved ones are being ignored. Now you can't travel. Now you can't see your loved ones. Now cops and strangers are coming down on you. You motherfucker wearing a mask. You nasty bitch. You ain't wearing a mask. Oh my God, that white woman just said all lives matter. We better shoot her in the fucking head. This is the world that I am living in. This is the world around me. You guys are realizing how fucking ludicrous this shit is, but you're still not making 2 and 2 and coming up with 4. You don't fucking like it, but you're still not making the connection that we don't fucking like it either. You want the government to help, don't you? You're streaming for them to do something. But with us, you stream at them for what? For not locking us up because you don't want to see us. Now, when you're going through the grocery store, people look at you like you might have the fucking plague. You don't like it, do you? Maybe I shouldn't wish for shit like that. Maybe I shouldn't wish for others to know what this feels like. Because they're still not going to make the connection. Matter of fact, the more it comes down on them, the more they're going to bring it down on us. Because not only did they not make the connection, but now they're pissed and they want to take it out on somebody that they can get away with taking it out on. Just like the person a little higher up on the social ladder did to them. Sure, what your boss did is illegal as fuck, but you need that job. No, none of the other employees are going to stand up for you because they're afraid of losing their jobs. Congratulations. The lower half, that's actually an homage to the AR-15's lower receiver. The lower receiver is the only part that you need a federal firearms license for. All the rest of it, well, the government don't care. The laws allow you to get all the rest of the parts, but here's the thing. Who is it that has the skills to make a lower receiver? Will a congressman or a lawyer have the ability to make a lower receiver? These are the guys who are fucking our lives up. Okay? These guys can't make any of the things that they're asking you to use to go kill other people for them. They don't know how to make that gun. They don't know how to make that bomb or that missile or that helicopter or that tank. They don't know how to make that shit. They got to depend on you to make it. So there was a guy who worked in a Colt factory, and he got into a little bit of trouble a few years ago. He was manufacturing M16s, the whole goddamn thing, in a small setup in his garage, by the hundreds. If I wanted a barrel for an M16, do I have the stuff to make a barrel? No. Not even close. I wouldn't even know where to get started. And even with the information that I know from Ian McClellan and other channels like that, no, I still don't know enough to make a barrel. I mean, I could make a firearm out of garbage that will perform the function required. But when you're talking about specialty pieces for specialty tools, you got to know how to make that part and make it right every time. It's got to be interchangeable. If your parts for your toy car aren't interchangeable with another toy car, they're not the same kind of toy car, are they? How many people do I know in this town alone who have the knowledge and tooling set up to manufacture the receiver? Nearly everyone. If they don't have that stuff themselves, well, probably half of the males in this town and probably close to a quarter of the females in this town could, if needed, manufacture an M16 receiver with what they got in their house or in their garage. Most of these people would be able to figure it out. They've got the education. They did graduate high school. A lot of them got very high scores in high school. And although I do make fun of Nebraska education because it is a joke, math is still math. Machine shop is still the machine shop. See, that's the thing, is that the lower receiver or the lower echelon of our society kind of represent the same thing. You know, there's a whole bunch of fucking complicated shit. There really is. And without us, none of that complicated shit works. Without riding on our backs, none of those people higher on the ladder get anything. Without us building their cities, building Trump Towers. Trump, do you think that he built that place? Spending money doesn't mean you built it, especially if it's inherited wealth. And then you want to say, well, he earned it. No, he started off with $1 million loan from daddy. That's not earning it. That's getting something for fucking free. And I say that because how many people in the United States can get a $1 million loan from daddy? And we got lots of millionaires in the United States, still accounts for less than 1% of the population. But most of those millionaires don't have enough money to give their kid $1 million just straight across. The M16 will not function without the lower receiver. There are complicated casting pieces that I would have a lot of difficulties making. That includes the barrel. It includes the gas lug and the gas system and a whole bunch of other stuff. It requires extruders, it requires smelters, it requires a whole bunch of real fancy stuff to make most of these things. The part that the government cares about is really probably one of the easiest parts to make. And a lot of people have proven that recently and shown it recently, and they're getting in a lot of trouble for that. A lot of trouble for showing you guys that you don't need the government. For showing the ways that you can get around an FFL, it's Federal Firearms License. I'm tired of people getting killed. I'm tired of this ludicrous fucking bullshit red tape laws. Red tape laws. I mean, we got the United States full of so many goddamn loopholes and earmarks. Everything is illegal and everything is legal. It depends on whether or not you can hire enough people to look through enough law books to find your loophole or find your earmark. If you get a public pretender, they're not going to do that. Yay. Could I manufacture an AR-15 lower receiver here? Yes. I could start off with a solid block of billet aluminum and just drill holes where they're supposed to be and just keep on measuring it. I'd make something that's close enough to do the job. Could I make the billet myself here? No. But it would take me about an hour to be able to put together the setup that would be required to melt down the aluminum cans that it would take to actually make a billet. I wouldn't be able to manufacture a high quality billet of aircraft grade aluminum or anything like that. But I could make something that would perform the function required. So why don't I? It's kind of like the question of why didn't I go kill those people when I had the chance? Because I don't want to fucking kill anybody. Killing people doesn't make the world a better place. It doesn't serve an example or show that things are wrong. Killing people is the wrong thing to do. If someone attacks you and you fear for your life and they end up dead, they end up dead. You're not the bad guy. You're not a murderer. They made it you or them, and thank goodness you got lucky. Kind of like all these people with families who care. Thank goodness you got lucky. Or those people who got a good job and already had a vehicle right out of high school. You got lucky. You're getting paid $120,000 a year right out of high school. Yeah, that is lucky. In a lot of areas, people are lucky to find an entry-level job. And then for entry-level jobs, they want years of experience. You don't have that. McDonald's wanted me to have years of experience in fast food. That's no joke. That was on their application. They were looking for somebody who had at least 2 years of experience. How's a kid supposed to get that experience? Luckily, I did have the 2 years of experience, but I did not get the job at McDonald's. The AR-15 doesn't work without the lower receiver, and this country doesn't work without those poor people at the bottom busting their ass. It doesn't work without the machinists and the welders. And most of them, you think, oh, well, he's making a lot of money. Not after taxes, not after child support, not after paying for all the fucking tools, paying your mortgage. Yeah, them welders making a bunch of money in your mind. Oh, they are making a lot more than you. That is true. And they're still barely making it. And you feel like you're not a real man because you're not making it, because the only job that you could get was McDonald's, or the only job that you could get was scrubbing toilets. please, you're making an effort. You're making just as much of an effort as that welder. And that welder and you are both making a lot more effort than any politician ever will. We're still arguing about shit that we were arguing about 200 years ago, that to all of us at the bottom is a no fucking brainer, but somehow all of these rich elite people are too fucking stupid to figure it out. But then again, I look at all of these stupid people out here saying the government, the government, the government. There's 350 million of you who can get off your asses instead of having that bottle. There's 350 million of y'all who can get off your asses instead of popping more pills or shooting up some more. The AR-15 or M16, that lower receiver, is for a rifle. A rifle that was very specifically designed for what? It was designed for a military contract, so it actually was designed for the military. It was designed as a battle rifle. Well, to military specifications anyway. But most rifles serve that dual purpose. The M1 Garand is still used as a hunting rifle in the United States. It is superb at that job. Same thing with the Springfield 1903. There was a guy who was so excited. He was getting ready to take his son out, and he just couldn't stop talking about how he was going to take his son out with his great-great-grandpa's 1903. That gun's over 100 years old, and they're still going out and shooting deer with it. The 1903 was a military rifle. The M16 was designed, of course, as the military rifle. The AR-15 wasn't. It was designed as a civilian rifle. But they're both meant for killing. Whether it's meant for killing an animal or a human being, it's meant for killing. And that seems to be the solution that these rich have for us most of the time. More killing, more killing, more killing. Here, you guys at the bottom, take these machines that those at the bottom are making and go kill some more of the people at the bottom for us. You know, you could make your own AR-15 lower. Pretty decent. Pretty easy. But you know what's a better idea? You could stop making AR-15 lowers or M16 lowers for the government. They do not represent you or your interests. They are wasting your lives so they can live the life of luxury. You don't have to kill them to stop this. All you have to do is stop being a slave. All you have to do is stop serving them. And yes, they will send people after you because you are their fucking property. But you have the right to defend yourself. And if there is enough of you, you will have the numbers to defend yourself. And if you do your best to do it peacefully, and they pursue you, and they harm you, and they shoot at you, the world is going to be on your fucking side. The world already hates America for good reason. America lives by the gun. Might makes right. That is America's new motto. America is the new Nazi Germany. And America is far more efficient than Nazi Germany was. We have troops in more places in the world than Hitler could have ever dreamed of. And more powerful and terrible weapons as well. We broke his and Fritz Sauckel's slave regime, and we broke it down to ultimate efficiency and control. Didn't we? No, we didn't. The rich did it, and we just did what we're told.